Good afternoon. Good afternoon from Barcelona, where I am for a little vacation with my children. Welcome to this second IG Live. Good afternoon, Guilherme.
Hello, Ilaria. How are you?
I'm doing very well. Welcome, Guilherme. I am in Barcelona, as you know, with my children for a few days of vacation, but I can't wait to talk
I'm
with
so
you
jealous.
about
I love
the...
Barcelona. It's an amazing city.
I imagine. Thank you for accepting my invitation to
No,
this
it's a big pleasure to talk to you also, Ilaria.
friendly chat. You are an amazing leader, and so thank you. This is the second IG Live we are doing, and it's a pleasure to talk about your amazing country, Portugal. So, Guilherme, first question for you. Tell us about something more about your experience, your background.
Right. So I am originally from Brazil, from Rio de Janeiro, the wonderful city. But I live in Portugal for more than 30 years, where I always been involved in the real estate. Together with my father, we bring a company to Portugal, and we help a lot to develop the real estate market in Portugal. So I've been working in the real estate market in Portugal for more than 30 years. Ilaria, are you listen to me because my image is frozen?
Yes, I listen. I'm sorry, my connection can be not so good, but of course I listening very well.
Okay, so as I was mentioning, I'm already working on the real estate here for more than 30 years. We bring our family company to Portugal 30 years ago, where we more focus on new developments. We bring new ideas, new products to Portugal, new ways to market and develop new strategies. So it was very pleasant time here all this time. And now we are with this amazing project of XP for almost 1 year and 3 months. So we are doing very nicely and expecting to grow a lot here in Portugal. So it's very exciting times.
Amazing. Guilherme, your country has adopted very incredible and good tax legislation for foreign people who decide to buy property in your country. Can you tell us about something, how this legislation work and the difference also between citizen, a European citizen, and out of Europe citizen?
Yes, for sure. Actually, we have two programs, Ilaria. We have one that is called the Golden Visa Program. That is a program where there are several ways to reach. If you can open a company, you can invest in arts, you can invest in a business, but the more successful one is through real estate purchase. So more than 95% of the golden visa were done through real estate. How it works?
Mm-hmm.
If you purchase a property, €500,000 in Portugal, you are allowed to receive a residence permit to live for you and for your family that can be renewed for 5 years. After that, you can receive a permanent visa, and after 6 years, you receive a European passport. So it's been a program. It's a very simple program. It's not so many bureaucracy. So you need to buy a property in Portugal, and you will become the owner of the property. And then you can immediately after you receive the golden visa, after a period of 3 to 6 months, you can receive the golden visa, and then you are allowed to live, to work, and to travel all the Schengen area. So it's been very popular program in Portugal. We are looking we received here uh, families from Brazil, from China, from South Africa, from US now, a lot of US people buying here, also properties. So all over the world, a lot of investors are coming to invest in Portugal in the real estate market. That is a market that has been doing very well, very interesting. From the last years, is growing a lot. The valuation being very interesting. So it's a double interest because people come anyway to invest in the market, and at the same time they get a visa for all the family. One investment is valid for all the family. And the second project we have is the tax benefit program that can combine with the golden visa or not. For example, if you are European, if you are French or Spanish or German, and would move to Portugal, you have 10 years of very low taxes or even zero taxes in some cases. So it's very interesting
Wow.
program. We are receiving a lot of French people, Scandinavian people, US people, and this also can benefit the people who take the golden visa and come to live here because
Amazing.
it's very interesting program. The taxes in the world are very expensive today, so for you to stay 10 years with a very low tax can change a lot your way of life and your how you do things. So it's been very popular in Portugal and is attracting a lot of investors here.
Wow, you know, Guilherme, that I'm looking to move to Portugal with my family because what you mentioned now is something that you are not able to find in other European countries. So very, very, very interesting.
No, and
And
together with that, Elaria, you have the benefit in Portugal. It's a very pleasant place to live. People are very kind, very receive very well the foreign people, and the cost of life, if you compare to other countries in Europe, it's very reasonable, very
yeah,
not so
I know.
expensive to other places, and have a fantastic weather. So
Yes, I know.
it's all together. I think it's a package, you know.
It was incredible for me last October when I was there with you during our European roadshow to see the amazing international environment that you can breathe, you can feel in Qashqai, for example, near
Exactly.
Lisbon.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
it's amazing. I have another question for you, Guilherme. How the real estate industry has evolved, in your opinion, in Portugal in the past decade, and what are, in your opinion, in the next 5 years, the perspective of the real estate industry in your market in Portugal?
It's a very interesting question because when we arrived 30 years ago, Portugal was very different from what is today. And we help a lot to change the market, our company, because we bring new ideas, new ways
Yes.
to work the real estate. Portugal 30 years ago was a very non-professional on real estate. You have very few good professionals, different from what you find today. Today, Portugal is a much more evoluted and very high-end professional in the market. But when we arrived, was very difficult to work because there was no measurement, no rules. You cannot know what the rules to size an area of an apartment. So we help to change and get more evolution, to make market research, to create how to promote a property, how to set up a development.
Right.
So we launched more than 100 new developments in Portugal with huge success. So we see from these 30 years a big evolution on the market. And nowadays the market is very interesting because a lot of foreign people are investing here, and Portugal is on the trend. So it's very interesting to see how every day how much more people get interested on the market, and there's a lot of things to do yet in Portugal to develop and to create, and so it's a very interesting moment on the Portugal market now.
I agree. You're talking about the real estate industry perspective, but you are an amazing and successful leader of XP in Portugal. And so, in your opinion, what are the perspective for a real estate agent with XP now?
It's very huge, Eladia. Everybody that we talk are like a lot the model. That's a very different model, very attractive for the agent. So for sure, XP offer the best model for the professional that wants to evolve and to get a better understanding and get a higher position on the market and to get more money. You know that in the end of the day, professional people wants to earn more money, are ambitious people. So XP offer them training, offer technology, and very good conditions on the commissions for the agents. So everybody that we talk are like a lot, enjoy very much the model that we are bringing to Portugal. We are already in Portugal for more than 1 year, and we are growing a lot. Some people are coming, but they cannot move so quickly like we want because they have business undergoing in other companies. But I'm very confident from the feedback that we have from the market that XP is going to have a word on the market very soon. You know, we're going to have a leadership position in the market very soon.
I agree. Guilherme, back to the customers, to the client, where would you recommend investing to a client who wanna buy a property in Portugal?
Hi, Larry. We have Portugal. It's a very small country, but very diversified. You know, have very different areas, different location. We have the islands, Azores and Madeira, that they are very interesting real estate market as well. In 2 weeks, we're going to make an event in Madeira. We have some very good agents there. There's a lot of demand from the international market from Madeira because with the change of the rules for the golden visa became very evaluated. But not only we have Lisbon area still a lot of things to do. Porto also is growing a lot, especially for local market. There are big demand to create properties for local market in the suburbs of Lisbon and Porto. The tourism is coming back also after the pandemic. Portugal is recovering, so there's a lot of rooms to create products related to tourism here. And due to the fact that Portugal has an amazing weather and very low cost in living, it's a very interesting place for senior living also. So we have a lot of demand.
Yes.
From Scandinavian people that have a very high tax there and very few sun during the year. So it's growing a lot. So a lot of rooms of investments opportunity open now in Portugal that we can advise the investor who willing to come here. So depending on the interest, there's a lot of things that we can propose for the investor that willing to come to Portugal.
Thank you, Guilherme. Other two questions. About real estate agent. As we mentioned, you are a very successful real estate agent since so many years. You have a family company who work in real estate. And so what is your your suggestion for a person who approach this profession, the real estate profession in Portugal? Can you share some
Yes, I
insight,
think
some suggestion?
I think it's important to be together with some company who can provide experience, products, and as well as training. And because if somebody wants to grow and to be near the best in the market, it's difficult to do it alone. So
Yes.
my advice is to be together with a company that can provide these tools for you to grow. And that's my main advice, I think.
I agree. And XP can be a home for these
Oh yes, for sure.
agents, right? Yes, you had an amazing expansion. In 1 year, more than 200 agents decided to join XP Portugal, and so congratulations for your
Thank
successes.
you. Yeah.
And Guilherme, you know how I love Portugal. Uh, where, when you suggest to visit Portugal, in which period of the
You
year
know,
you
Ilaria,
suggest to visit your
Portugal,
country?
Portugal, we have a weather fantastic all year round. So any time of the year is nice
I
in
know.
Portugal. But in the spring, for instance, it's very nice. We have a very pleasant time in the spring. The summer is nice, but some places are a little bit crowded, but also interesting. But and the winter is not so cold here in Portugal.
I know. I know.
So it's difficult to say when because most of the year is very pleasant, very few rain, and very pleasant weather. So anytime is good to visit Portugal.
Thank you, Guilherme. So, as you know, I will come to visit you in May with the other leader from XP Global. Can't wait to see you again. Thank you
Yes,
to
thank you very much,
invest
Ilaria.
some of your time to share with us some insights about your country. Thank you, Guilherme.
Thank you, Ilaria. Waiting for you here.
Bye. Bye
Bye
bye.
bye.